Hey guys, welcome back. So I got a video for y'all today all about this palette right here. This is the BH Cosmetics Santa Fe palette. So super fun. I love BH Cosmetics and I love Santa Fe. So I was super excited about this palette. So we're just gonna chat about all things related to this palette, like pricing, packaging, we'll look at some swatches. I'll talk to you guys about the formula of these shadows and how they are to work with, and give you my overall thoughts and impressions on this palette, as well as show you a tutorial on how I did this look right here. So yeah, let's get to it. So pricing will vary based on what kind of sales are going on at the time, but retail price it's $26. Here is the outside sleeve, really pretty, very colorful, fun design that I think totally matches the vibe of Santa Fe. So there's the outside sleeve. Here is the actual palette itself. So pretty. I love this whole design. Again, it just really represents Santa Fe so well. So that is beautiful colors there. It's a big palette. It's actually a lot bigger than I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but when it came in, I was like, oh man, that's a big palette. I mean, it's like almost the size of my head. So it is a large palette, but when we look on the inside, there's really not a lot of wasted space here. So I think that they did it really, really well. So it's a big palette, but you're getting a lot in here, lots of shadows. There is a mirror in here, so that's really nice. I love the design in here. I love that they did something fun, but there's really not a lot of wasted space. I mean, there's a little bit on the sides, but I think they did a great job of really filling up the space for the most part. So as far as color story of what you're getting in here, this is an overall very warm tone palette. There's a lot of clay sort of colors, those kind of rich orangey sort of shades, rose gold, so a lot of those rich warm shades, but then also a lot of sunset kind of shades. You do get some kind of cooler tones over here, which is a cool little addition. And then also there's this fun turquoise in here, I think maybe like representing turquoise jewelry or something. So I think they did a great job of picking colors. The one thing I would change is I do wish there were maybe one more dark shade for kind of deepening up the outer corner or using as liner. So I wish that there were maybe one more of those and maybe one lighter kind of pinky color. I think is maybe the one thing I would change, or the two things I would change about this palette. But I think overall, they did a really great job of picking colors for this palette. Now for some swatches, starting with Dune. Okay, so this one is Dune, Spirit, Soul, Sand, 505, Arrow, Ristra, Plaza, Mesa, Clay, Sage, Adobe, Rancho, that's how a Texan says it, Rancho, Casita, Rio Grande or Rio Grande. This one is Santi, Chile, Dream, let's see, this one is Dream, Route 66, and Canyon. So there they are. So touching on the formula of these shadows and how they are to work with, and then my overall thoughts and opinions on this palette, I think it's a really, really nice formula. So the mattes are very easy to work with. They are blendable and pigmented. They blend together nicely, but they don't get muddy. I do find them to be a fairly soft formula, so I would definitely tap off your brush. I did still have a little bit of fallout, but nothing major. Same with the metallic-y shades. They are kind of a softer sort of a formula, but they're really nice and pigmented. So I don't mind that at all. I would just say definitely tap off your brush, and you might have to do a little bit of cleanup, but it's nothing major. But I do want to note it, that I do notice that a little bit. But the mattes are very nice and blendable and pigmented. The metallic-y shades are gorgeous. They're really beautiful dry. They're dry here, and then when you use a setting spray, that just kicks them up a notch even more, and they are super reflective and metallic looking, just gorgeous. So I really, really like the formula. I think it's very easy to work with and just really nice quality. So overall thoughts on this palette, I love it. I think mainly because I love Santa Fe so much, so I think that's the main draw for me, but I think they did a really great job on this palette. Just the colors that they picked, I would change out those couple things that I mentioned earlier, but overall the colors that they picked are perfect. I love the design, and then you have the quality there as well. So I love it. I think that you would love it too if you like this kind of color story, and also especially if you love Santa Fe. So those are my overall thoughts on the palette, so now we're gonna get to the tutorial. So I've already applied some eyeshadow primer and set that. So I'm gonna start out by using some of this one right here, which is Adobe. And I'm using an Alter Ego crease brush. I'm gonna tap off my brush. And then just apply a little bit of this into my crease and transition area and blend this one up well. I'm going to take a Luxie 229 tapered blending brush and get some of this orangey color right here and mix it with a little bit of Arrow. So 505 and Arrow mixed together, tap that off. I'm going to apply that also into my crease, not going up quite as high with this one. Now I'm going to layer a couple things. So first I'm going to get some of this shade right here, which is Mesa, on a Chique eyeshadow brush. Tap off my brush, spray it with some setting spray, and then I'm just going to build this up all over my lid. Almost just started to slap this on my eyes without telling you what I was going to do. So I'm going to get some of Dream. This is kind of a pinky rose gold. So getting some of that on that same brush, just kind of wiped it off a little bit. Tapping off my brush, spraying my brush with some setting spray, and then I'm going to put this more on the inner part of my lid, just right in here. Now I'm going to take a Morphe M507 brush, and I'm going to get some of this shade right here, which is Plaza, and tap off my brush. I'm going to apply this in the outer corner of my eye and kind of softly bring it into my crease, but concentrating on my outer corner. Then I'm going to take that same brush and tap just a little bit of Sage on my brush and apply that in the same area, but just keeping this really concentrated in the outer corner, just for the depth. I'm using very, very little and I'm barely touching. Now I'm going to apply some liner and mascara to my upper lash line and upper lashes. I will list these down below for you. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and applied some concealer, powder, bronzer, and blush. So now for my lower lash line, I'm going to start with some of this color right here, which is Soul, on a little tiny brush. This is a BH Cosmetics, I think number 10. And I'm just running this along my lower lash line. Next I'm going to take some of this one right here, which is Spirit. On that same brush, tap it off, spray it with some setting spray, and then line this along my lower lash line. And then I'm going to get just a little bit of clay on that same brush and just tap a little bit of this on the outer corner of my lower lash line just to deepen up that shade just a smidgen. And I'm just going to finish off with some CoverGirl Clump Crusher on my lower lashes. One final little touch that I want to do is get a little bit of sand and tap that on the inner corners of my eyes. I use a little combo of sand and Santi, these two right here, as my cheek highlight as well, just FYI. Okay guys, so that wraps up this video. So I hope that you really enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful for you. Please hit a thumbs up if it was. And let me know down below what you think about this palette. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!